All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division where there's a lot of mystery around who Gervonta Tank Davis will be fighting next. And after careful analysis and conversations with people close to that camp, we have a potential for what is going on, and it includes Shakur Steveson getting a fight stolen from him. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about the concept called Big Bank takes Little Bank. And we're going to talk about it within the context of what's going on in the 135-pound division, where Gervonta Tank Davis has his trainer, Calvin Ford, has said that he is going to be making a return soon. And it is going to be a return that will shake up Las Vegas. And if they can put it together, is a very, very big fight that everybody was going to be very excited for. There's speculation about what that has been, and we're going to talk about that in the conversation because looked at what Coach Calvin said, spoke with somebody that's close to the camp of Gervonta Davis that gave me his opinion, not clearly telling you that he knows one way or the other, just gave his opinion, and he's somebody that is very close to the camp. In fact, he's the person that originally asked the question to Calvin Ford about what's next. But again, caveat is his opinion. But before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It really makes a big, big difference to the channel, especially to guys like Matty Yole and Barbara D, Mr. Pragmatic, Paul Carrick, that come by. Shout out to my guy, John Bowie, haven't seen in a while, that support the channel in the super chat. Super thanks. Thank you very much. But let's get into this because, look, man, I really want to see some good fights. This year so far has been a lot of really good fights. We've had two very good fights out of Gervonta Davis. We've had, which is the Hector Garcia fight and the Ryan Garcia fight. We saw an Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford fight. We've seen Devin Haney versus Vasiliy Lomachenko. This weekend, we're going to be seeing Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. We also saw Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. We've got David Benavidez fighting potentially Demetrius Andrade. Just a ton of really good fights. So is it possible that we can be getting a third fight out of Gervonta Davis this year? His camp says so, but who will it be? There was some speculation out there, or a rumor out there, that it would be Keith Thurman on December 9th in Las Vegas, which I think is just roundly rejected by, and in fact, Kenny Ellis, Coach Kenny, who is the coach of Gervonta Davis, came out and said that the rumors were not true. Not sure if that's specifically the rumor that he was talking about, but I mean, if you just look at it, it doesn't make sense because Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis have both been resolute that the fighter, that Gervonta Davis is a 135-pounder. He is not going up to fight anybody at 147 or a catch weight of 145, which honestly gets rid of the conversation about who he'd be fighting at 147. I mean, at 140. So we know Devin Haney's not in the mix for his next fight. We know Shakur Stevenson's not in the mix. One, because Devin's at 140 and he has his next fight for December. And I do believe December 9th against Regis Prograis. And then you have the fight with Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos. I'm not sure when that fight is actually going to be scheduled for, but that fight is done. So who would it be? most likely candidate, and this is what the shout out to Senior, who said his opinion. And again, I got to give you this straight as I can give it to you. This is his opinion. He thinks that he could be leaning towards it being a fight with, he said it could be T.O., but my reading of him said Vasiliy Lomachenko. And why would Vasiliy Lomachenko be the guy? Because he fits all the criteria. Number one, Gervonta Davis's team says he's a 135 pounder. He's fighting at 135 pounds. He wouldn't fight Ryan Garcia all the way up at 140 pounds. So likelihood of him fighting Teofimo Lopez up at 140 pounds may not resonate, right? However, it works with Vasiliy Lomachenko. And why does it work with Vasiliy Lomachenko? More so than with Teofimo Lopez. It's because it works on both sides, for both sides of the fence. It works. You have Top Rank. There would have to be a co-promotional deal between Top Rank and the PBC. And why would this work for Lomachenko but not work for Shakur or not work for Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo Lopez and Shakur are young fighters where Bob Arum can get a lot out of them over the next several years, 5 or 6 years, 7 years remaining in their career. Could be 10 years remaining in their career. So he has a lot of opportunities to make those guys and put them in a lot of in-house fights that allow him to make money in his preferred fashion, which is in-house. Vasiliy Lomachenko, however, fits the bill for somebody that Bob Arum would say, okay, well, if we can get this fight, if it's a pay-per-view fight and we can make some good money on it, let me do it. Because Vasiliy Lomachenko is in the very, very end of his career. He has already lost to Teofimo Lopez. He's already lost to Devin Haney, but he lost to them both in close fights, in good fights. Many people thought that he beat, some people think he beat Teofimo Lopez. Some people think that he beat, many people think that he beat Devin Haney, although in fact he lost both fights. So he's still somebody that's sellable. And people have been saying for a long time that they believed that Gervonta Davis would never fight him and he would duck him. And he had been ducking him. So it works on both sides of the equation. It works for Top Rank, and it also works for the PBC. And if you're looking at fights that are going to really shake up the world and really shake up Vegas, I mean, to me, it's Teofimo Lopez is the one that really sets that off. You could do a Ryan Garcia rematch, but I don't think so. I don't think it would set the world on fire. But Vasiliy Lomachenko, I think that he very well may be a scenario with Vasiliy Lomachenko, where Vasiliy Lomachenko could get a lot of interest behind that fight. I would definitely love to go see that fight. I think a lot of people would go travel to see that fight. And when they say really set Vegas aflame, you're talking about the amount of gamblers that are going to come to the city to watch that fight. And that's a big, big fight. And Gervonta Davis very well may be, from here going forward, always in Vegas. He's proved that he could sell out all kind of different places, but now I think he may be the darling of Vegas and won all his fights there. But anyway, that's my take on the situation. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.